We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Meow, 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 meow.
Oh God, stay with me, buddy. Bloody hell, you're quick. I haven't even called you yet.
Tiger Thom, cooking show host. A tiger barely alive. Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We have the capability of making the world's first bionic tiger. Tiger Reginald Thom will be that tiger. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
None of that. He's covered on his insurance.
Released in 2009 for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, Prototype is an open-world action-adventure game, and 2019 sees Prototype turn 10 years old. Players take on the role of Alex Mercer, who must stop a plague that turns ordinary people into hideous monsters. Alex must not only try and stop the plague outbreak, but must also try and uncover his past while confronting the US military and a shady Black Ops organisation called Blackwater. The game takes place in a medium-sized open-world version of Manhattan, with all its famous landmarks, including the Empire State Building, Chrysler Building, Trump Building, and the One Chase Manhattan Plaza, to name but a few. Alex's primary superpower is his ability to shapeshift, but he also has the ability to consume others, absorbing them entirely, allowing Alex to quickly regain health by absorbing the biomass of his enemies and take on the forms of the human enemies he absorbs. Alex can perform various melee attacks without shapeshifting and has incredible physical strength, as well as gymnastic moves such as air combos and a high-speed rolling cannonball attack.
Welcome, Ladles and Jelly Spoons. This is the part of the video where I play a little bit of the game and reminisce. And is there much to reminisce about with Prototype? Well, for me personally, yes, there is. This game came out in 2009, which is the year that I went off to university, and this is the last game that I played before I went to university. Now, that's not to say I went to university, didn't play a video game again until I'd finished university, and then resumed my video gaming passion. This just reminds me of this was like the last game I played before I knew I was shipping out and heading away from home. And what a game to play! Oh, this game, as probably a lot of people know, came out, I should say, around about the same time that Infamous came out for the PlayStation. Obviously, Infamous was a PlayStation exclusive. This game came out for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and not the Wii. I can't remember where I got that little pun from, but if anyone can remember, please feel free to put it down in the comments, because it always makes me laugh when I get to say it. This introductory cutscene, I think, is brilliant because it gives you a nice little introduction into the game that you're about to play. You've obviously you've sort of got oh military, oh no, there's a lady in trouble, oh my god, it's alright, the military have got her, oh my god, there's clearly the villains. Definitely getting Left 4 Dead vibes from the Horde there. Like, oh no, are they going to be able to like stop the horde of... They didn't call them zombies in this game, I can't remember what they did call them, like the infected. Oh. It's okay. It's the military. Everything's going to be alright. Upstanding military chaps. No, not upstanding military chaps. Private military mercenaries is what they are. And there's our badass protagonist, Alex Mercer. And sorry, I've just remembered, I probably should have warned you, this particular part of the cutscene is quite visceral. But as I was saying, it gives you a good idea of the game you're about to play. Obviously quite a violent game, and you've got two sets of enemies. You've got the private military mercenaries and you've got the infected, and it gives you a little bit of a look at some of Alex Mercer's abilities. Obviously, pretty much guess what's going to happen here. Oh no, it won't be necessary to call for transport because Alex Mercer is a shapeshifter. Oh yes. I was never too keen on that little animation of how he shapeshifts. It always kind of got me. But also, you know, gives you an idea of like some of Alex Mercer's abilities and powers. And here we go with a bit of gameplay. Kill all the military personnel. Bashi, 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 bashi. You've probably guessed I'm playing this on PC at the minute. It looks a little bit nicer than the original PlayStation 3 version, which I do have somewhere knocking around. I should really have brought the box in, but I didn't. I think did it get a sort of remaster on the PlayStation 4? Can't remember. I think it did. But what I was going to say is this game comes from that era of gaming where it was very common to basically, in the tutorial level, which this is, give you all of your abilities and all of your powers right at the very start. And teach you basically how the game works, let you have a little bit of a play. You are effectively like a walking battle tank. Kill all the military personnel. It's not really changed the objective there, but there you go. And then through things that happen, through the way they want to tell the story, they manage to quote unquote convincingly remove all your powers and basically have you start with very minimal powers. Like, you can't do that in the next level. You can't like make spikes suddenly appear from the ground. To be fair, this game does it quite well. I've just realised they're not military personnel. They are innocent civilians that I'm meant to be sort of protecting. Yeah, this game does it convincingly in the fact that it basically sort of, you're working back to this level, if that makes sense, in the rest of the game. Like, I think it takes you back like a year or something, like a year earlier, and it's to when Alex Mercer was first infected. I've got to deal with a tank. Oh, bloody hell. Again, another thing that I think really, I'm not going to say sets this game apart, because it was another thing that a lot of games in the early 2000s was can't speak, focus on the game. A lot of things. Another thing that a lot of games were doing at this period in gaming. Sorry, that was just really amusing. Woohoo! I will get this point out. Something that you saw a lot of during the early 2000s in video games was protagonists that weren't necessarily good, but they weren't necessarily evil either. They were this kind of weird grey sort of area, and this is a fine example of it. Like, Alex Mercer sort of realises that he's kind of the bad guy, but he's effectively out for himself. I am going to apologise because this is my favourite weapon in the whole freaking game. Love this kind of like spear, lance, whatever you want to call it. It's a bloody awesome game. Bloody awesome game, bloody awesome weapon as well. But yeah, so also the nice thing about this, a nice gameplay element which I have just been reminded about just there, is that because you've got two enemies that are also enemies of themselves, you can a lot of the time just get like the infected and the military to like fight amongst themselves and just go in and polish off whoever's left if you get into a sticky situation. Like this bit. Although this... Oh, there's going to be a strike team. Oh my god, what's Alex Mercer going to do? He's going to pull off something amazing. I should say something badass. I think this is the last thing you have to do. That's it, leap! Destroy one helicopter. It's alright, I'm about to destroy all the helicopters and all the tanks, and I'm not paying attention because I just got hit by a mortar. See, kill this dude. Well, I say kill him, I'm actually going to consume him. That's it, I've got all my power, and boom! So like final super attack ability. It was bussin'. And there we go. So yes, that was a little bit of a look at Prototype. Definitely go and check it out. It is worth playing today. I think it's a fun little violent romp.
Published by Activision and developed by Radical Entertainment, who people might remember for developing a disappointing set of Crash Bandicoot games for the PlayStation 2, but I will always remember for Independence Day on the PlayStation 1. Prototype was a commercial and critical success. Reviewers praised the game not only for its intriguing storyline and protagonist, but also for its massive arsenal of moves and abilities. The Daily Telegraph gave it 8 out of 10 and said it offers an action-filled experience that few games can match. The array of attacks on offer is almost unparalleled in both its variety and ease of accessibility. The pure adrenaline-boosting entertainment value of the finished product is enough to push most visual and gameplay niggles far enough to the background so as to eradicate them as concerns in all but the most snobbish of gamers. Personally, I think there was a bit of a dig at Teletext Game Central, who gave it 5 out of 10, concluding the initial feeling of power and freedom hides another badly designed and unimaginative superhero sim. Prototype was released 2 weeks after Sucker Punch Productions' Infamous, a game with many similar concepts, including a character with superpowers, a large open world environment that players can travel by climbing up buildings and gliding about the city, and this led many games critics to compare and contrast the two games.
You'll be pleased to hear that the operation was a complete success and the patient is doing very well. We're going to be putting him on an experimental drug for his recovery called Blacklight. Experimental drug? But that sounds dangerous. Oh no, you've got nothing to worry about. The chances of him becoming a ship-shifting serial killer are very low. But just tell me, you don't live with any small children, do you? No? Why? Oh, no reason at all. It's just sometimes patients in recovery can occasionally go through a short maiming small children and animals phase. Can we see him? Yeah, feel free to go in now. Just don't excite him too much. Ah, how are you feeling?
Meow. Meow, meow.
I should have warned you, he's not a big fan of Mondays. So you're on the mend then. Thanks very much for checking out the retrospective review of Prototype. Be sure to let me know what you thought of it by leaving me a comment and telling me if you ever played Prototype yourself back in the day and what did you think of it. If you enjoyed this, be sure to follow me for more videos just like this one every week. Ta-ra for now.